We'll begin in the Nigerian Senate, where the Senate has suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghen for 6 months following her dispute with Senate President Godswill Akpabio over a sitting arrangement. The suspension was recommended by the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, citing her violation of Senate rules and disrespect towards the institution of the Nigerian Senate. Here's the report.
The committee chairman, Senator Imasuen Neda Bernard, representing Edo South Senatorial District, submitted that the committee carried out an investigation on Wednesday, during which the female lawmaker was afforded the opportunity to state her own side of the story. He read the committee's report during the plenary. During her suspension, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan's salary and security detail will be withdrawn, while she will be barred from entering the National Assembly premises and will not be able to participate in any legislative activities or represent Nigeria in any official capacity.
That the Senate do suspend Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghen for 6 months for her total violation of the Senate Standing Rules 2023 as amended for bringing the President, the presiding officer, and the entire Senate in general to public opprobrium.
A cross-section of lawmakers in their contributions expressed concern over the conduct of Senator Akpoti-Uduaghen, insisting that the Senate as an institution must be protected at all costs.
In a society where there are no rules and orders, I think it's an animalistic society. You are the hegemon here by law, and you have to obey the rules and regulations and ensure there is compliance. What occurred here was a flagrant disregard or maybe a misunderstanding of these rules. Your Excellency, these rules assures that this Senate is stronger as a whole than the sum total of our parts.
She had the leverage to do what is needful as a matured and responsible woman. But despite that appeal by my neighbor, she went and destroyed the names of prominent leaders of this institution. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. You cannot at one end seek to take refuge under certain provisions of the rules and in another arm seek to violate it. That will tantamount to appropriating and reprobating.
Most distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghen be so suspended, then my advice and appeal to her will be that she spends her period of suspension to read and learn our rules very well, so that when she comes back to the Senate, she will have come back as someone who understands this rule back to back.
Today, everywhere, including the Rekete Radio, only number 3 to come and explain things. Just a radio that we licensed. It's an insult. My own now is how to bring this integrity back.
We are not sent here because of all these intrigues and all this rubbish. We are sent here to work for our people. Let the decision of the committee let it stand. Thank you.
The minority leader, Abba Moro, while pleading for mercy, recommended a 3-month suspension, which he said was enough for the embattled lawmaker to realize her mistakes. He further argued that Nigerians are watching and seeing them as statesmen. Hence, nothing should be done to bring disrepute to the chamber.
Today, we are faced with this situation that we all know impinges on the integrity of this institution. That is ordinarily the highest lawmaking institution in Nigeria. And so the expectation of many Nigerians is that we must demonstrate the highest level of integrity.
However, the lawmakers ruled that the suspension could be lifted or reduced if she tenders a written apology. After contributions were made by some senators from the ruling and minority parties, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, highlighted his personal connection to the senator, emphasizing that she is the wife of a close friend. He recounted an experience from 2020.
Even the senator we are discussing is the wife of my very close friend and brother. So I thought. On the day of our marriage, I slept in Kogi, in her house, 2021 or 22. The next day, I ran to Ubajana Airport. I missed my flight because the plane could not land since there had no light. I ended up sleeping at Dangote Cement Factory.
The suspension for 6 months was sustained by the Senate President after a voice vote.
That the Senate do suspend Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghen for 6 months for a total violation of the Senate Standing Rules 2023 as amended, for bringing the presiding officer and the entire Nigerian Senate in general to public opprobrium. In support of prayer, one say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Despite the suspension, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghen has vowed to continue serving her constituents through other means.
This injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice.
She believes that the actions against her are politically motivated attempts to suppress dissent within the Senate.